Good morning, artists, and welcome to the studio. Happy President's Day. I know a lot of you guys are off school today or off work today. I'm not. We still have classes here in the afternoon for homeschool and in the evening for the big kids. So my Monday stays the same. But I get to come live here at the Liberty Studio to chat with you about all the things the kids are learning in classes this week. We're going to talk about what the preschool classes have going on, especially in scheduling, drawing classes, multimedia classes. I've got some really fun announcements to make during housekeeping about our art show. We finalized all of that, and we'll talk a little bit about summer stuff and all the things. Are you ready? Let's dive on in. Okay, so first things first, with those preschool classes, we have no classes today. In Flatwoods, their Monday class for preschool will not be happening. Same with toddlers. We try, if we can, to take the days off that the big kids have off school. That way, any of our parents out there who are, bringing a 2-year-old to toddler class, they don't have to worry about what am I going to do with my kindergartner or my second grader who can't stay at home alone during that time. Same thing with the preschool classes. So it's not always possible, but we try to look at the school schedules, and if the schools are out, we try to also give the preschoolers the day off and still get our 3 classes in a month. So there's no Monday classes, right? There's also no Thursday classes this week for my preschoolers, and that's because you've already had your 3 classes. Since you only meet 3 times a month, there's always an off day, and you haven't had one yet. So your off day is coming up this Thursday. You met on the 2nd, the 9th, and the 16th, and you finished all of February's preschool curriculum. My Tuesday classes still have to finish up, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. Same with my Friday classes, because we didn't have class this Friday because the Liberty Studio has Friday classes and Liberty Public Schools were off on Friday. So same kind of thing is to do with the Mondays. So we'll see Tuesday and Friday, people. We will see you guys to wrap up your February curriculum. We'll see you this week. And then Monday we'll wrap up theirs next week. Sound good? I know this is a crazy month. Whoops, hang on. I just have a funny echo. There we go. Hopefully that fixes it. All right. That's really confusing. If you are confused on that, you can always reach out to me. Another place to look is inside your Sawyer account, because when you register a class, the calendar is already set. And so when you register, it populates a calendar just for you inside your account, and you can go to orangeeaselart.com for current students. And there's a link in the very, very bottom of the web page in the footer to that website, and it'll tell you how to get into your Sawyer account and how to check your schedule. You can even, like, whatever voodoo magic it is, that Sawyer calendar can automatically go to a Google Calendar and Apple Calendar, if it's iCalendar, I think they call it, if you want to, which is super, super awesome. Then you'll just have your classes right there for you. The other way you can do it for next year is when you register, this class schedule is there on the class listing. So like you go and you're going to go sign up for classes. There's a little calendar icon, and you can see all of the classes, like which days the class meets and which days are off days. It's right there. So you could put that on your calendar when you register, and then you would know as well, whatever works best for you guys. The only reason you can't go to that listing now, you could find it, but it's a little bit tricky to find. It's all set to wait list because registration is closed. Anyways, the best way to do it is to go into your Sawyer system and see what you're signed up for. Here we go. Drawing classes this week. Okay, so let's recap what we've talked about all month long. The month started on a Wednesday. So this is week 4's video. I'm talking to my Wednesday, Thursday, Friday people. You guys are the ones that are moving on to week 4. My Monday, Tuesday classes, you guys are still in week 3. So this is week 4's video. You're going to still do week 3's curriculum, which we talked about last week for drawing classes. That means that my anime classes are doing onomatopoeia, and word art, my drawing 101 and drawing 102 advanced realistic are using those drawing mannequins and positioning them and drawing figures from those mannequins. My week 4 people are moving on to what we call wild card. We try to do that on the 4th of every month. It doesn't always work out. It didn't work out for November and December because of the holidays, but all the other months on that 4th week, it is a time for those kids to go back to a lesson that they They want to redo. They want to try again. They want to finish. Some of them, like, they just didn't get a chance to finish the drawing and they want to work more on it. It's a chance for them to get help, like additional help on something that didn't make sense. Or it's a chance for them to explore something on their own that they're really interested in. So it's not a free for all and it's not a party, but it is just built in time for them to work on what they want to work on. So they'll spend the first part of their class talking about all the different options. The instructors will bring in, like, if there was a still life, they'll have that still life there. That if there were drawing from photograph, which there wasn't this month, they would have those there, and kind of take a poll and see where everyone's at, and see what everyone's going to be doing, and then we'll split them into groups and get them started working on whatever they're going to work on this class. So that is something we built in. This is the first year we've done that. That's something we built in based on student feedback. And so, especially in those 102 classes, they really wanted time to finish their drawings. And so the fourth week allows us to do that. Now, this is a really cute picture that I included in the slideshow. This is Platt Woods Drawing 101. And you can see we've got 4 kids in the middle who are models. And then the kids around that are drawing. These are quick poses. Usually they don't last more than 2 or 3 minutes. And then they'll switch. So we're just trying to get the figure in its gestural form. A lot of times it's almost a stick figure, but in that time, that 2 or 3 minutes, it's to get everything proportional. So the arms are the right length, the legs are the right length, all those things. All right, here we go. Multimedia classes. You guys are printing. Woo! In the 4th week, we are trying to get all of the printing done. And this is why we did all the practice printing in week 1. It's because thankfully it's not the first time they've touched Breyers and Barons and learned the printing process. So printing started in a little bit in week 3. We tried to get a head start for anyone who was ready to go ahead and start printing, but everybody will print in week 4. So this is where the magic happens. It's just a fun month. So our K1s, our 2nd and 3rds will be printing their ice cream cones. My 4th, 5th will be printing their Collagraph city skyscapes. And then the big kids that are carving their graphic landscapes, they should be ready to print too. I know I talked to Liz. She taught the classes in Liberty last week for the middle school, high schoolers. And she said they did practice prints last week, where you roll, they used paint because it was easy and accessible. But just to take a print and see like what still needs to be removed. Sometimes you're like, oh, I missed a spot. So they did that last week. They should be ready to go this week and pull a really nice print. All right, couple of housekeeping things and I will let you go. First and most exciting, we've been talking about save the date for the art show. Save the date for the art show, right? Sunday, April 23rd. Save the date for the art show, but I didn't have any other details for you. Now I do. So I'm going to tell you all those details now, but just know we'll talk about it more because it is still 2 months away. We will, throughout the month of March, have flyers for you to take home. So that way you have printed information. We will also send a separate email, separate even from the weekly emails talking about the art show. And we will we'll send submission forms as well, because you'll have to submit your artwork for the show. So we're going to spend a lot of March working on art show stuff, but just so you know all the details for the show, we're really excited about it. So it is Sunday, April 23rd, and it is going to be from 5 to 7 p.m. And we are renting out the Chicken and Pickle rooftop. This is a Liberty and Platt Woods combined event. All the art will be displayed on the rooftop, so you will have to come up to the rooftop to walk through and view the art. We will have light appetizers, so just like chafing dishes filled with snacky foods until it runs out, for people to munch on. Not a full dinner, just something to munch on. We will cover the cost of like all the non-alcoholic drinks. So if you want a soda or if your kid wants a lemonade, like that's all covered by the studio throughout the show. If you want to, while you're there, you can totally order food. You can totally order drinks. We want this to be an event where people can come and really just enjoy time as a community together. We don't have the whole restaurant rented out, but we do have the rooftop. for the show. And then you'll be able to go downstairs. There are yard games. If you've never been to Chicken and Pickle, they've got some great yard games for you to play with. We will rent out, the studio will rent out 3 to 4 pickleball courts that will just be for us, so that you can cycle in and play some pickleball if you want to. So everybody is invited. We will invite, parents, grandparents, anybody that wants to come. You can come in, just walk through the show and leave. You can come in and walk through the show, go down, play pickleball, go back to the show, like however you want, and spend the entire time with us if you would like. There will not be an awards presentation. This was something I had to give up just based on the space, because we won't all fit on the rooftop at once, guys. You'll have to come up and leave and come up and leave. Hopefully everybody enjoys, yard games and pickleball. So we'll go up and down and enjoy the restaurant. But so there won't be a presentation. Instead, we'll run some sort of slideshow or AV that will show the awards for people who want to see. We're going to recognize our teen staff. We want to recognize our kindergartners that are graduating and moving on to the big kid classes in the evening. We want to recognize our summer staff that are coming, especially new staff or graduating 5th graders who are joining the junior staff program because they're moving into middle school, and at that point you could become a junior staffer or Easel. We want to recognize some of our longtime students and who's been here the longest. There might be some other fun awards that we give out, and it'll all be on a slideshow, so you can just watch it that way instead of sitting and listening to me talk is the plan. So hopefully we'll get that all figured out. But I think it'll be a super fun event. This is totally different than anything we've ever done. We've done coffee houses. We've done Northwest Missouri State. We've done obviously here at the studio. So this is the first time we're going big, guys. This will be fun. So all of the art show panels actually arrived Friday. I meant to take pictures and I did a terrible job for Instagram stories, but the semi pulled into my house because I have things delivered to my house. I never know if we're going to be in the studio when they deliver things. So I always have things delivered to my house, and I had the delivery driver call, and he's like, this is a pallet. Do you have a lift? And I was like, no, I don't have a pallet jack. just put it on the driveway. I'll come home and get it. So I spent Friday afternoon with a box knife breaking down this pallet of display panels. We have 27 display panels, freestanding, that we can put art on. Oh, it's going to be fun, you guys. All right, so that's coming. Save the date. Again, we'll get a flyer out so that you guys have some paper documentation for it as well. We'll talk about it more probably every week leading up to this. We'll talk about what the submission looks like. It is totally optional that your kids put art into the show. It takes a lot of bravery, a lot of courage to display your art. And so if your kiddos don't want to participate, if that stresses them out, I totally get it. They do not have to submit art. They can just come and enjoy being with all of us. Okay. But we do invite everybody who wants to submit art for the show. It does not have to be art created at Orange Easel. It can be art that they created on their own, or art that they created for school. It does have to be within the last year. So sometime in this school year. We want it to be, timely, but yeah, it should be a fun time for them. All right, couple other housekeeping things. I wanted to talk about summer registration because, man, we are getting close. So it is the 20th of February, and our studio club members will get access to register a week from Wednesday. So if you're a studio club member, meaning you paid for your entire semester of classes, your spring semester, you paid for that upfront before the semester started. And it was a fundamentals class, a drawing class, or a multimedia class. And then you should be studio club. Your kiddo would be studio club. That registration will open a week from Wednesday so that you can get your camp and get registered. So that, and it is only for studio club kiddos. So if you've got 3 kids and one of them takes classes here and is a studio club member, then the one that takes classes is the one you can sign up. The other ones are not able to sign up. Okay, it's the studio club membership that is attached to your kid in the system, not attached to the family. So all right, now when you go to the summer registration page, it says waitlist. On the first, it will say members only. And so only those kids that have the Studio Club kind of tag attached to their account is who will be able to sign up. I'm going to be really mean this year, you guys, and I'm going to lay down the hammer. If you sign up your Studio Club kid twice for one camp, and then say to me, hey, can I transfer this to my other kid on the 15th? I'm going to say no. Based on like how high a demand our like camps have been, we can't do that. Don't do that. All right, so don't sign your one kid up for Glitterfest 3 times and then tell me to transfer their registration to 2 friends on the 15th. Like, we can't do that. All right, if I see a duplicate registration, I'm gonna cancel it and refund it. So don't do it. Sound good? It's kind of an abuse of our transfer policy. All right, so if you have questions on summer, let me know. Figure out what you want to do so that on the 1st you can grab your spots. Okay? Nothing will fill up on the 1st. Glitterfest will come close, but nothing will fill up, usually. Prove me wrong. All right, spring break is coming up next month. We'll spend more time in the March weekly videos talking about it, but I just kind of wanted to go over the fact that that 3rd week of March is spring break week, and we do still have our regular evening classes. So if you're in a drawing or a multimedia class, your class still meets that week. If you're gone, that's okay. Like, that's why we have makeups. You can either come in on the 15th, that Wednesday before, and make up your class, or you can come in on the 29th. It doesn't matter to me. You can, I mean, a lot of you send me emails and are like, which would work better? It doesn't matter. Just pick which one works for you. If you want to come in early and knock out the class that you're going to miss, or you come in after. It makes no difference to us. We're good either way. It's when we design March, we know that that's going to happen. We know that spring break week is going to throw off some things. And so we design the projects in such a way that there are some very clear steps. It's not like clay month where we have to have a week between dry time. Like it works out really, really well to be able to come in and do makeup so that you can do a makeup one day and then come to class the next day, and that's fine. All right. So don't stress about it if you're going to be gone. I'm going to be gone. I get to go on a cruise with my twin sister. So I will be gone the week of spring break for the first time in 9 years, which is not stressful at all when you're a business owner. It'll be fine. All right. I think that's it for everything. I did not do a good job with this graphic, but I will see everybody next week. If you need anything from me, I'm at the Liberty Studio. Just let me know. Otherwise, I will chat with you next Monday.